All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol HYLN, Hyliion Holdings Corp. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel. Invest for tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And let's jump into this chart. So Hyliion was supposed to expire the warrants on the 31st. We were expecting some type of reversal. I talked about it in the previous video. Do you see the reversal coming? Or did you see this going a little bit lower? Now, some people are saying that there's still room for this to fall. And then others are saying this has to be on its point to turn around. So I look forward to any first-time viewer or subscriber that hasn't really stepped up to the plate to comment down below. I would love to see your guys' thoughts, because the more investors are putting their input and investor sentiment is out there, the more we can understand how others are feeling that are invested just like we are, or not invested and just watching from the sidelines, and how they're feeling, right? So every single investor has a voice, especially here in Invest for Tomorrow. I want you guys to know that. And I'm thankful for all of you that have always stepped up and corrected me or piggybacked off of what I stated and I wasn't too sure of, and went ahead and gave out the valid information for other investors to be aware of. So I look forward to you guys' comments and thoughts down below. A lot of people are saying that this still has more room to fall. I mean, if this breaks through 1537, I will agree with them. If it does not, this could be on its point to a reversal, right? And some people said, hey, we will see this hit close to 15 and some change. I don't think that low to 1537, and it could start to pull back around, right, in the upward direction. So let's see here. So here we have the MACD. The MACD is showing a slight sideways movement, not a reversal just yet. It could start to form that reversal, right? And let me just draw it here so you guys can kind of see, and start the loop back upwards. And you could see that the dark red has faded away, and we're going into light red, which then can actually cross the midway point and start drawing green bars. And excuse my terrible drawing, this is just to show you guys a visual on what these green bars are supposed to do. And then this blue line will actually start to work its way up. So I hope I'm not confusing anyone. It would be something similar to this, right, on that upward movement, and dark green, not light green. Once it gets light green, things start to change in the other direction. More something like this right here, dark green pulling up the blue line. So those are things to watch for moving forward here. There could be a reversal. I'm not stating there will be. And there's one more indicator here we want to look at. And I like to use these during intra trade. And they're not perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect indicator. But they tend to tell you, once you pair them all up and you look at everything, what's going on. So right now, things are looking like a slight reversal. Here, I mean, it can turn back into dark red, or it can start to go into dark green and start to pull this up, right, closer to the midway point. But until it crosses the midway point, we won't see the breakout of this going up like that. So we want to keep that in mind. But this indicator here is supposed to be below the stock, like we could see right here. That slight moment where it was below, but it didn't get right below. When you see it much better, it's something closer to this, or something closer to this, like they're right there touching, and then it does that push, and it does that push. You can see it here in these two examples. Right now, we're slightly in a tug of war right there, just sitting on it, but it's a fight right now for the bulls to actually gain this control here and get this moving and rolling so that they can go ahead and push up. So there's some things that the bulls have to work on here. The first thing is disappearing all the red and going into green, but look, that happened, and look how quickly it went back into red. So we got some things to watch for here. Like I stated, nothing's certain right now. The indicators, they help, but they're not guarantees of things going to happen. But using the more indicators and the more that they're showing signs, the more it looks like there will be some type of reversal. Right now, there's a lot of mixed signals. I mean, one indicator showing one thing, the other indicator showing another thing. So we need to watch it closely tomorrow morning. And the most important thing is watching here the support levels and resistance levels, if they get broken through and how much lower this goes. So keep in mind, we hit a newer support level here, a newer low for a few minutes of the day. If that gets crossed, we will definitely see some newer lows. So the 50-day moving average here is 1628. As long as we're below it, we're in bearish territory. The moment we're above it, we're in bullish territory. So I want every single investor to be aware of this and pay close attention to this. So if this support 1534 gets broken through, this is our newer low, this will start to hit newer support levels, get deeper into bearish territory, and pull further away from the 50-day moving average. Very, very important to watch carefully how the stock is reacting and how quickly is it moving towards these numbers. 1534 gets broken through, we need to watch the behavior of the stock carefully. Now, does not signify it can't come back up, but it is the new low, and the new low getting broken through just means we're about to hit newer lows. So we need to watch it carefully. Now, our resistance, which does not signify that the bulls have gained control, it's just an indicator for us investors to know where this is heading and that the bulls are getting closer to the 50-day moving average, which is their true goal, is here at this point at 1570. 1570 needs to be crossed, but it does not guarantee that the bulls will cross the 50-day moving average of 1628 and that they're going to guarantee back into bullish territory. This is the first step to form a catalyst, turn it into a support, and pull away from it to reach newer highs and new resistance levels. So it's super important to watch for this, pay close attention to this, and how the stock is reacting. But 1570 definitely needs to be broken through by the bulls to start momentum and work their way up to newer highs. So every single investor needs to watch out for this. I look forward to seeing your guys' comments and thoughts down below. How you feel about this. Do you see this turning around soon? Do you see this pulling back a little bit more before the reversal? And how do you feel about the company moving forward? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're a first-time viewer and investor coming across this channel and you feel inclined to subscribe, please do so. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Thank you guys once again for watching, and let's make some money. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video, and in that video, I will be discussing about the S&P 500 index and how it's been rising several points on scheduled dates. As you see here on the graph, these circles are the dates that the pumps have happened, and I use them as examples to show you guys how much the stocks have risen, and the S&P 500 index rose on those dates. And the reason why it's rising is due to the fact that the Federal Reserve is pumping the markets. On these dates, the charts and the dates speak for themselves, as we can see it here, and I break it down into more detail in the video. But just to summarize it, on these dates, the S&P 500 rises, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with it, anywhere from 30 cents to $3 per share. I know it may not seem like a lot, but per share that does add up, and these individual ticker symbols are giving you back profits. These are profits, and like I always say, profits are profits. Whether it's $1 put into the market and you get back $2, you've put in an initial investment and you got back more than what you started with. That's what it's all about. And also in the video, I go into further detail showing you guys these dates and showing you how much it rose. Like, for example, this was one of the last pump dates, and the lowest point that it reached was down here at 35.11, and the highest point reached was 35.57. That's like a 40-point jump. And here we're seeing the same thing. It went down to 35.88, and it rose up to about, I'd say, let's see, this is all still in the same day. It rose up to about a total amount of 36.23. When you do the math, that's almost a 40 to 50 point jump, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with this. Now, I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm just here to inform every single investor on the great news, on the opportunity to maximize profits and minimize losses. You have to do your due diligence and research, but these charts and the dates speak for themselves. I mean, this was probably one of the largest jumps that I've seen in the last couple of pumps, and it was down here at 33.02 and it rose up to about 33.88. That was an 80-point jump. There was probably ticker symbols rising up more than $3 per share on those dates. And even on these dates, there's individual ticker symbols rising more than $3 per share. Check it out, see for yourselves, and my best advice is look for ticker symbols that may be resembling the behavior of the S&P 500 index, and you'll be able to go ahead and give it a shot. Check it out. Again, I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm just here to go ahead and share the information along with every single viewer and investor. The video should be popping up soon. If you haven't seen it already, pop up. There is the link down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.